Welcome to an all-new episode of SJHL Insider, and we are live from All Sport here in Regina, and it's Jeromy, Corrigan, Clark, Munroe, and we are very excited because after all the hyping up we've done over the course of the last 4 months, 5 months, we finally get to give away a brand new Polaris side-by-side today here at All Sport. We're very excited. Clark got his tickets. He's not going to win. Why? One of you at home is going to win, but we're really excited, Clark.
Oh man, this is such a cool thing that we've done all year, and just the fact that we've been hyping it up now for, like you said, like 4 months, and we're looking at the thing right now. We're about to pull the winner, and we're about to make somebody's day, week, month. I can't wait. This is exciting.
Yeah, we're going to announce the winner in about 9 minutes or so, right at 2 o'clock. Of course, we're going to have Director of Marketing and Promotions, Jacob Faith. We're also going to get an explanation from Darcy here from All Sport to get his thoughts on, obviously, this Polaris side-by-side, which we're giving away. And honestly, Clark, it looks gorgeous.
Oh, man, it's fantastic. Like, I got in here today, and I was just looking around, and I'm like, this is the unit?
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I'm so jealous of whoever wins this thing today.
Now, it's not this exact unit. We need to clarify. It's not this exact one. And the winning unit will actually have a beautiful SJHL decal on it, and which you will be able to receive in about, you'll get once you win the unit. So it's very exciting to say the least. Of course, obviously, we didn't know if we were also going to, if the SJHL final was still going to be on during this time as well. Of course, big congratulations once again to the Battleford's North Stars for sweeping the Flin Flon Bombers. They won the series 4-0. They're going to be the SJHL representative at the Centennial Cup, which is super exciting. Before we get into Jacob Faith and all that and that stuff, we should talk a little bit of hockey, I think. Sure. This is a hockey show. Yeah. What did you think of the final, Clark? We haven't had an SJHL Insider in a couple weeks. So what did you think of the final?
It's been a couple of weeks here. So honestly, Kyle said it really great, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Commissioner Kyle, two great teams in the final, and I'm so happy to see those two teams battle through everything they got through. Flin Flon with all their injuries. Battleford's that first game loss, and they never lost again. There was a lot of storylines going throughout it, and I think we have a great representative at the Centennial Cup.
And that's a really good plug, because we did catch up with Commissioner of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, Kyle McIntyre, for a State of the League, put a recap on the entire season, which will be up on the SJHL website tomorrow, as well as the SJHL social media channels. But that was a good little plug, at least, for the hockey.
It's a great interview, by the way, too. So tune in.
Yeah, it's going to be a great interview. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty, because we are giving away a brand new Polaris side-by-side here today in just a couple of minutes. So Director of Marketing and Promotions, Jacob Faith, is off to the side. He's looking at me. We're going to bring him in right now. Jacob is ready to go. It looks like he's smiling. He's nodding. He's coming on in. Ladies and gentlemen, Director of Marketing and Promotions, Jacob Faith. Let's bring him in.
Thank you.
Jacob, welcome to the program.
Yeah, man, I've been waiting to come on here all year.
Right.
Wait until the season ends to get me on.
Well, we needed something, bring it on for a big reason. Obviously, it is a big reason. It's very exciting. We're giving away a brand new Polaris side-by-side today. This is a one-of-a-kind raffle, I think, for the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, kind of the first of its kind. Obviously, with it being the first of its kind raffle, it's very exciting to be doing something like this.
Oh, it's great. And you know what, we couldn't have done it without contact at Polaris Wade, and then obviously Darcy here from All Sport opening up the showroom for us today. And then we got a lot of excitement. The last few days during the finals, I had people stopping me in Flin Flon and Battleford saying polish up my side-by-side. So people are excited for it, and we're super excited to give this unit away today. And you mentioned it earlier. It's got a beautiful front hood wrap on the one that'll be shipped out here once the winner's drawn.
Yeah, and obviously, this is obviously both of our first year in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. We're trying a lot of new things, and the SJHL Raffle is definitely one of them. And obviously, this is something I think that the league is going to try and continue moving forward.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just another things for fans to be excited about, and let the fans kind of follow along throughout the year. And it's like you said, it's both our first years, so it took a little bit of figuring out. It's my first time doing a raffle like this, and obviously with all the other learning curves of the job that came with the first year as director of marketing. But super successful year, and it couldn't have been done without you guys and the fans at home, obviously.
Obviously, so we're giving away this Polaris side-by-side in just a couple of minutes at 2 o'clock. But obviously, moving forward for SJHL Raffle, do you have any other ideas of maybe what we could see getting raffled off maybe in the future? Or?
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know what? We'll probably do a brainstorming session maybe this off season. I think we'll take the raffle season. We'll take it off during the summer, and then maybe we'll fire something up for next season. But as of right now, kind of open to suggestions. But I think side by side is just so perfect for Saskatchewan with all 4 seasons being so drastically different. So you can lug this thing around through the snow through hunting season. Throw a deer or an elk in the back of it, and then obviously in the summer, if you're a farmer, ripping around the fields. It's really just the perfect, what I thought was the perfect kind of raffle prize for, our fan base in Saskatchewan and just the people of Saskatchewan in general.
And someone's going to walk away with very happy today with a brand new Polaris side-by-side. So I'll let you get ready to make the big draw. We're trusting Jacob with making the big draw. He's going to spin the wheel. So I'll let you go and get set. And we're actually going to bring in Darcy from All Sport as well to get some more information on the Polaris side-by-side. Darcy, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate it. What can you tell me about this Polaris side-by-side that we are giving away today?
It's a perfect side-by-side for farming, ranching, hunting, fishing, ice fishing in the winter. You can do so many things with these. They're really powerful. You can carry 3 people. They're quiet, fuel efficient. They're excellent little tool on a farm for sure.
Yeah, and I think Jacob said it best too. Like when it's such a good tool to have in Saskatchewan, and it can be used for so many different things, whether it be farm related or even leisurely as well.
Absolutely, yeah. You can go for a trail ride in the evening, or you can put it to work on the farm and haul bales and rocks and stuff. It's a pretty good tool that our farmers really value on the farms.
So here's a question for you, because for the people at home who have tickets and are getting ready to, maybe, they've got their fingers crossed, ready to go. How much does something like this usually go for?
That's approximate value of about $21,000.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. So you can add some accessories and go a lot further than that, but yeah, this one's around 21 grand.
So actually, you brought up the accessories. What kind of accessories could you potentially add to this brand new Polaris side-by-side?
You can add windshield and roof and back window and heaters and doors and snow plows, tracks for travel in the winter. The list is almost endless.
For sure. Sure. Obviously, this brand new Polaris side-by-side, obviously, you saw lots of different things here at All Sport as well. But when it comes to these side-by-sides, are they one of your more popular items? Maybe just tell me about that.
It's about our #1 selling item that we have sold in the last 5 years. The popularity has gained every year, mainly because people are realizing, man, we can do so many things with it. We can have fun with it, we can work it, we can take grandkids for rides in it, we can do all sorts of things.
Why do you think they've gone up in popularity?
I think just the realization of how handy they are on a farm. They've taken the place of the ATV. Now they come in and want a side-by-side because they can do so much more with it.
Can you maybe explain, maybe for the people at home and to myself too, what's the difference between a side-by-side compared to an ATV?
An ATV generally seats 1 person with handlebars. You got to put your leg over it, and they're fine. They're maneuverable. But when you want to haul something, you have to rely on a trailer. Right. This, you have a box just like you would with your pickup truck, and you can put, the wife and the kids and the dog and all that in it, and it just becomes a very useful tool, and that people are starting to realize how handy they are.
And we've seen how many great feedback, obviously, with the raffle and everything like that. And obviously, we appreciate your time here today to show off this Polaris side-by-side, and of course, opening up the showroom for us to do the show here in the draw here.
Great. I'm glad you guys picked us to do this.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and it's now time to give away that Polaris side-by-side. I think Director of Marketing and Promotions Jacob Faith is ready to go. So he's that man in the wheel. So we'll cut to him. And Jacob, I will let you take it away.
All right, if we're ready to go here, camera's on me. Thanks again to everyone who bought tickets this year. Super exciting moment. The winning ticket number is 4895. 4895. Give me 1 second. I'll look up the name of 4895, but congratulations.
Okay, so the winner of the Polaris, brand new Polaris side-by-side, Jacob, is going to look up who the winner is, and then he will also be contacting you within the next 24 hours as well to figure out who the winner is. And of course, all that information will also be displayed on sjhl.ca as well, which is super exciting as well. And of course, we kind of plugged it a little bit earlier as well when it comes to future content over the course of the next week and a half leading up into the Centennial Cup. Of course, I had a great sit-down interview with Commissioner of the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, Kyle McIntyre, that will be aired on sjhl.ca tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. We'll have lots of great content. We'll also, between the two of us, myself and now Clark, who's back and getting ready to sit down, we will have another episode of SJHL Insider, one final episode to preview the Centennial Cup before the Battleford North Stars take to the ice next, or 2 Thursdays from now. Dates, getting the dates mixed up.
That's okay.
Before we, obviously, Jacob's finding the name right now, but I'll get your what are your thoughts on the Battleford North Stars and your expectations for them at the Centennial Cup?
Well, they proved all year long that they're no joke. This is not a team that fluked their way into this scenario. They have won all these games for a reason. They are such a deep team, but obviously, Jeromy, we talked about it all year. They have the high-end skill. They have the bottom 6 guys in the forward group that can handle almost any situation. Their defensive group is so deep, and they have Josh Cote. I mean, anytime you have a guy like Josh Cote in your net, which, you know, we just heard that he's a nominee for the SJHL Goaltender of the Year. You know, how can you ask for a much better formula than that? Yeah. Great coaching, great forwards, great defense, great goaltending. Yeah. It's a great combination. And I, like I said earlier, I think they're a great candidate to represent the league. Yeah, and
a team that has obviously been ranked tops in the CJHL for at one point for 3 months straight in the CJHL. And of course, yeah, a big congratulations to Josh Cote for being named one of the top 5 nominees for the CJHL Top Goaltender of the Year. And we should also give a shout out as well. It was announced just a few days ago. I think it was yesterday. Congratulations to Riley Ash of the Melfort Mustangs for being top 5 for CJHL Rookie of the Year. And it looks like Jacob is ready, and it sounds like he knows the winner. Jacob?
Winning ticket number 4895 belongs to Casey Coyle. Casey Coyle, congratulations. I will send you an email and a phone call, maybe a phone call first and then an email, and congratulations on brand new side-by-side courtesy of Polaris.
Is that the Casey Coyle that we think it is?
I was wondering. I was like, no way.
Well, we'll find out.
That's crazy.
Maybe.
Hey, I mean, they'll use it up in Larange for sure. Yeah. So congratulations, Casey.
Yeah.
You have won a brand new Polaris side-by-side, and it sounds like you know, Jacob will be in contact with you to give you the details about claiming your prize.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I'm a little bit speechless.
So am I.
It's so funny.
I mean, I guess there is no reason why a player can't buy the ticket.
I mean, he bought the tickets. His name's on it. So I mean, sure.
You know what? That is a development we hadn't strategized for.
Let's break this down a little bit. Sure. You know what? He's gonna have a lot of fun with it. It's up in Larange, like you said, and you know, driving one of these things around up in that beautiful Larange atmosphere.
Sure.
Couldn't ask for a ton more. That's great.
Yeah, 100%. So regardless, congratulations to Casey Coyle, who is the winner of the brand new Polaris side-by-side courtesy of the SJHL. Of course, Jacob mentioned earlier, but we got to give a big shout out to obviously Polaris All Sport here for obviously opening the doors. Yeah, first time here.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. For opening up the doors for us to do the show live here. Of course, you know, all season long, the player side-by-side's been outstanding, but also have to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors across the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League for all the support all season long. It's been a great season. It's been a great regular season, playoffs, and now we're getting ready for the Centennial Cup, and it's very exciting. Obviously, you know, today kind of, I think for the SJHL loan side of things, it kind of puts a nice little bow on the entire season. Mm-hmm. And now we can kind of wait a bit and find out, you know, what's going to happen with the Centennial Cup. But I'll get your final, like, because we haven't done an SJHL Insider in a while, I'll get your final thoughts on the 2022-2023 SJHL season.
Well, I think you and Jacob both said it, you know, first years in the league in this capacity anyways. And Jeromy, it was so fun for me personally if I can take a personal moment on this, but like, you know, SJHL is where I started my career. It was where I met you. It's where I met a lot of great people that I still know and keep in contact with to this day in the hockey community. And for me to get this opportunity to jump back into this league where I got my start and now we're back, it's kind of a full circle moment. And just so many great storylines and great moments throughout the season. Too many to like name any individual ones. There's, you know, it was such a great season, such a fun season to get back into it. Already, like I was joking with you in before we started this, already looking forward to the off season and to see what comes from that, and to get this all going back up again in the fall. But there's a lot to happen before the fall, and you know, that's exciting too. So we got a lot to get to in the next few weeks.
So before we go, here's kind of the order of how things are going to go over the course of the next couple of weeks. Is tomorrow across SJHL.ca and across our social medias, we will have a full sit-down interview with Commissioner of the SJHL, Kyle McIntyre, about an hour-long interview that kind of dives into everything that you'll want to know in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. Everything.
And some stuff you don't even know you want to know, but you're going to know.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that across the SJHL social media platforms tomorrow, and then you can see it across on YouTube as well. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. And then next week, we will have one final SJHL Insider to kind of tease and get you ready for the Centennial Cup. How much we'll know at that point when it comes to teams taking part. We still only have a couple of teams we know that are going to be in the Centennial Cup, but we will preview it as well as we can ahead of the Centennial Cup. And then the Centennial Cup begins May 11th as the Battleford's North Stars take on the SIJHL champions to kick off the tournament at 10:30 in the morning Saskatchewan time on May 11th. And of course, I will be there for the entire duration of the tournament. So be sure to stay up to date across the SJHL across the SJHL social media platforms. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because that is where you're going to find all of the content from the Centennial Cup, where we'll all be cheering on the Battleford's North Stars as they look to try and bring the Centennial Cup back to Saskatchewan. But it has been a great day here at the here at All Sport here in Regina. Once again, big shout out to everyone here at All Sport. Big thanks to Clark. Big shout out to Director of Marketing and Promotions Jacob Faith for putting on the SJHL Raffle this year. I'm sure there'll be another raffle next season. What for? Stay tuned. And it could be anything.
Could even be a side-by-side.
It could even be a side-by-side. That's right, Clark. That's what anything means.
Anything.
It could be. And big shout out to Darcy as well from Polaris for giving us a really good breakdown of the Polaris side-by-side. And of course, congratulations to Casey Coyle for winning the SJHL Raffle and a brand new Polaris side-by-side. So stay tuned for one more episode of SJHL Insider next week as we preview the Centennial Cup. But from all of us here at All Sport, this has been another great episode of SJHL Insider. Congratulations to Casey Coyle on winning the brand new Polaris side-by-side, and we will see you next week.